Hey YouTube, Twinkie Tits here, and I haven't seen my penis in 15 years because I'm so fat.
Um, who was that? Was Paul Heyman just on my Raw Thoughts episode? Seriously, who the hell was that? Anyways, Rapidox is in the building with another episode of Raw Thoughts this week, coming off the heels of the 20th anniversary of Raw. This Raw was huge. There were so many big names on this Raw. It was crazy. I don't think I'm going to be able to cover everything in the time I have this week. I'm just kidding. Nah, nobody was on the show. The only big names that were there were The Rock, Mick Foley, and the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! But anyways, I was disappointed, just like most of you guys. I was disappointed myself about all these big names like Austin, Michaels, Undertaker, Bret Hart, anybody from the Attitude Era, or anybody in the past 20 years. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't show up and they didn't really go all out with this episode. But I guess you can understand that it's tough for them. I guess they didn't want to steal the thunder away from The Rock and Punk, and how you know, the Royal Rumble's a few weeks away, so they probably didn't want to bring out all these big names just for one night and then, you know, be on their way to WrestleMania. So I guess I could understand that. I guess I was reading on WrestleZone that Austin Michaels committed to a convention prior to this show, so they had to go attend that convention as opposed to being on Raw. So it was no big deal. I mean, I did tell my buddy, who's a huge Austin fan, to, you know, tune in this week because they said there was a really good chance of him showing up. So I'm sure I disappointed him by telling him to watch, because he used to watch during the Attitude Era when Austin and all them were around. He hasn't watched since, but I'm sure I disappointed him. I bet I wasted his 3 hours this past Monday night watching to no avail. But anyways, this week's Raw. I thought it was alright. I mean, like I said, I was disappointed with the lack of big names. I mean, I guess we did have Foley on the show, which was great. I love seeing Mick Foley. I remember I met him on my 20th birthday in 2011 at a local event in Rhode Island. He's a really nice guy. He was actually eating a pizza while he was taking pictures with friends and myself, and he's a really nice guy. So it's nice to see him finally get his nod in the Hall of Fame. He's deserved it. Like, you knew once he got thrown off that cell against the Undertaker that this dude was going to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, this guy, he's nuts. He's a hardcore legend. Can't go wrong. Mick Foley, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause really quick. Anyways, so it was nice to see Foley back. I wish he would have, you know, had some kind of speech, but the Shield, of course, came out and rained on his parade. But I mean, he's got plenty of time to come out and thank the WWE Universe and whatnot. So he's got plenty of time to get that out of the way. I would say it's nice to see The Rock, but I just don't like The Rock, man. He just comes back when he feels like it, whether it's to promote a movie or a big name pay-per-view like WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble, and you know, he just kind of walks his way over all these workhorse talents that deserve championship matches, and he just declares himself #1 contender for the WWE Championship 6 months prior to the pay-per-view. Like, come on, the Royal Rumble comes up and he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be #1 contender for the WWE Championship. It doesn't matter who's champion at the time. I'm going to get myself a title shot. Dude, hey, work your way up to the top of the rankings, my friend. You haven't had a match on Raw in God knows how long. You only have these big matches. You're only cutting promos on Raw. Why don't you earn your title match for once? I guess that's too much to ask for you, Mr. Dwayne Johnson. But anyways, I really hope CM Punk kicks the shit out of this guy. Please, Punk, do us all a favor and send this motherfucker back to Hollywood. I really don't want to have Rock Cena again at WrestleMania, so I really hope they don't go that route again, because what's the tagline going to be? Once in a lifetime, twice? I mean, come on now. So I hope they do the right thing with Cena and The Rock and CM Punk, and they put them in the appropriate matches. Maybe there'll be a rematch at WrestleMania between Rock and Punk. I don't know how that would work with the Royal Rumble winner, but I don't know. I just hope it's not my bad, Rock Cena again this year, because it would be stupid, and it would defeat the purpose of it being called a once-in-a-lifetime event. So, anyways, oh, by the way, speaking about Cena, dear WWE Universe, would you please shut the fuck up about John Cena kicking out of every single finisher, calling him Super Cena, calling him a cyborg, calling him all this shit, because just get over it. Like, the guy's the face of the company. The guy's he's actually built, like, he's jacked. He can, like, he could probably kick out of these finishers if the show wasn't scripted. So just, like, hop off his nuts, leave the guy alone. I mean, I could understand where you're coming from, because he did kick out of a lot of Ziggler's finishers, but I don't feel like, honestly, I don't feel like the zigzag is powerful enough. I feel like a super kick is a better finisher than his zigzag, maybe because Shawn Michaels used it, and the super kick is a legendary move in the business, so maybe that's why I'm thinking it, but I just don't feel like the zigzag is powerful enough, at least the way WWE views it, because a lot of people kick out of the zigzag. It's always mostly a 2-count move for some of the higher talent, like, you know, like Randy Orton, John Cena, Sheamus. You usually kick out of that zigzag. But I don't know, like, guys, you need to shut up about Cena. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to turn heel. He's not going to cater to you guys. He's not going to, you know, give in to the internet wrestling community, whatever you guys call yourselves. So just get over it. Cena's going to be Cena. He's not turning heel, so just stop. It's so annoying. You guys have been talking about this for years now. Just get over it. Anyways, aside from that, the funniest part about Raw was Team Hell No and Dr. Shelby finding their happy place. That was fucking awesome. I don't care who you are. That was fantastic. Yes! 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 Dr. Phil ain't got nothing on you, Dr. Shelby. You're the man. But anyways, aside from that, I thought that part was hilarious. You guys gotta admit that. I love that part. And last thing I'd like to talk about, I'm sure I skipped around here. I don't care. I do care, but I don't know. Whatever. Get over it. Anyways, last but not least, the Rock concert. The same old shit he does every time he comes back. The Rock concert. Although I admit it was pretty funny. He ripped on Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me, under the weather here, but it was really good. I love what he called Paul Heyman. I mean, I guess Heyman was on at the start of my show. I guess he admitted to having Twinkie Tits and a small penis that he hasn't seen in 15 years. But oh man, The Rock just shredded on him. And like I said, it's the Rock concert, same shit every year. This is why I like Punk over Rock, because Punk has more original, fresh content. He doesn't have, you know, these taglines, or I know he keeps calling himself the best in the world, but that is true. But the Punk. No, CM Punk he's fresh, he's original, he's always bringing something new to the table every week. That's why the dude's been champion for over 400 days, over 420 days. So I mean, the Rock concert was funny, I admit. The brawl afterwards was exciting, because usually, being the heel, CM Punk, you know, he would usually just kind of back off and be like, oh, you know, I'll see you at the Royal Rumble. But he's like, no, screw that. I'm going to go down there and beat the shit out of you, Rock, because you deserve to get your ass kicked. That was awesome seeing Punk go down there and charge after The Rock. That was a cool brawl at the end. But that's it for Raw Thoughts for the most part. I'm sure, like I said, I missed out on a few parts, but whatever. I'll be back next week as the road to WrestleMania grows closer and closer. I'll be back with another Raw Thoughts. Stick around for the last clip of this video. I thought it was hilarious. It's one of my buddy's entrances at Age of Orton 34 on Twitter. Hi, Matt. His entrance in with his character, Mr. Amazing Austin Murphy. So be sure to check out his entrance. It is funny. It's a glitch with him on Hunico's bicycle. Check that out. Don't forget to LCSF. Like this video. Don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter at ShawneeMD. And until next week, Rapidox out. Woo, woo, woo. You know it.